If you've been thinking about starting a podcast, but every tutorial makes it seem like you need a studio full of expensive equipment, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to record professional podcast interviews remotely using the gear you probably already own. And in next week's video, we're going to take it one step further where I'm going to record a client interview and show you how I take one conversation and turn it into at least 20 pieces of marketing content. Let's get started. I've been creating video content professionally for years, and podcasting has become one of my favorite ways to create long-form content that can be repurposed into weeks of marketing. Over the years, I've tested a lot of different recording platforms, and the one that's become part of my regular workflow is Riverside. I use it to record interviews, edit episodes, publish my podcast, and distribute it all from one place. So when Riverside reached out to sponsor today's video, it made me really excited because it's a tool that I already use. If you'd like to give it a try yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description. It'll give you a 14-day free trial and 15% off any of their paid plans. Now, let me show you how I actually use it. Here's why I'm such a big believer in podcasting for business owners. A lot of people still think a podcast is audio only, but today, people are just as likely to discover a podcast on YouTube as they are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. This means one interview doesn't just become a podcast, it becomes a YouTube video, an audio podcast, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn videos, email content, and even blog articles. One conversation can fuel your marketing for weeks. But before we can create all of that content, we need to record a great interview. And to do this, these are the only 4 things you need. One of the biggest misconceptions about podcasting is that you need an expensive camera. You don't. This is my laptop cam, and this is my iPhone. Same room, same lighting. The only thing I changed was the camera. If you have a smartphone, that's the camera I recommend before buying anything else. If you're going to invest in one piece of equipment, make it your microphone. People will tolerate average video, but they won't tolerate poor audio. My recommendation is to start with a USB microphone because it plugs directly into your computer. No audio interface, no complicated setup, just plug it in and you're ready to record. Lighting is another area where people tend to overspend. This lighting setup, it's free. I'm simply sitting in front of a window. Natural lighting is one of the easiest ways to make your videos look dramatically better. If you don't have good natural light, I'll link a few affordable lighting options below. Once your equipment is ready, you need software that can record high-quality audio and video, even if you're interviewing someone from across the country. That's where Riverside comes in. One thing I really like that it isn't just a recording platform. It also includes editing tools, AI features, podcast hosting, and distribution. Today, we're focusing on recording, but it's nice knowing that everything else you'll need later is already built in. When you first open Riverside, this is your dashboard. You'll notice tabs for recording, editing, AI-powered magic clips, captions, publishing, and distribution. We are focused on recording, but I wanted you to see how everything fits together before we dive in. Here are the 5 settings I always use. Noise reduction, you want to make sure that that's turned on. It automatically removes consistent background noise. Auto volume, turn this one on too. It helps keep audio levels balanced throughout the conversation. For audio sample rate, you want to use 48 kilohertz. That's the standard for video production. And for resolution, you want to record in 1080p. Could you record in 4K? Absolutely. Do you need to? Probably not. 1080p looks fantastic and it keeps your file sizes manageable. Pause uploads is one of my favorite settings. If someone's internet becomes unstable, Riverside keeps recording locally. Just remember, don't close your computer until your uploads have finished. Once your settings are configured, creating a recording session is super easy. Click Plan Recording, give your session a name, choose a date, and Riverside generates a guest link that you can send to your interviewee. I'm actually not recording with a guest today because I'm saving that for next week's video, where we'll walk through an actual client interview from beginning to end, and you'll see exactly how everything works in a real-world recording. Before we wrap up, I want to show you the biggest free upgrade you can make. Instead of recording with your webcam, record with your phone. This is my setup. My laptop sits below the camera so I can see my guest. My phone sits directly above it, and I keep my phone plugged into my computer during the recording so it stays charged. Take a look at this comparison. Now, that's a huge improvement without buying another camera. And a quick rundown, before every recording, I run through the same quick checklist. I test the microphone, confirm the camera is selected, check my framing, face the window, plug in my phone, close unnecessary applications on my computer, double check my Riverside settings, and hit record. Running through this checklist only takes a few minutes and it avoids a lot of problems later. And that's my complete setup for preparing and recording for professional podcast interviews. In next week's video, we're going to put all of this into action. I'll record a real client interview, and then I'll show you exactly how I use Riverside's editing and AI tools to transform that one conversation into more than 20 pieces of marketing content. If you're trying to create more content without having to spend more time, you're not going to want to miss it. And if you'd like to try Riverside for yourself, don't forget to use the link in the description to get a 14-day free trial plus 15% off any paid plan. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.